Welcome back to another edition of the Friday 13th YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about a new release that's just come out on Massacre Records. It's by Russian guitarist Victor Smolski, who's released an album called Guitar Force. It's a fantastic album, a great instrumental album. Now, Victor was born in 1969, a fantastic guitarist who's been around for many years. Now, some of you may know or may not know that Victor's father was called Dmitry Smolski, and he was a composer. So Victor started at a very, very early age learning to play the piano, cello, and later on guitar. And if you listen to some of his guitar work, you can definitely hear the classical influences. His father's really taught him well. He's a fantastic musician. In fact, I think he's actually the best Russian guitarist out there. If you've seen his previous bands, Rage Live, or his first band, Mind Odyssey, then you'll know just how much of a brilliant guitarist he is. Now, Victor's first band, like I said just briefly, it was a band called Mind Odyssey. They released their debut album on Noise Records called Keep On Turning. However, Victor did not play on this album, but it's a fantastic album. Victor actually joined the band for the second album, which was released in 1995, called Schizophrenia, released on Rising Sun Records. Fantastic album, a great second album for the debut, and also Victor did a couple more albums with the band. In 1998 he recorded Nail to the Shade, in 1999 an album called Signs, and in 2009 the last album for the band was called Time to Change It. So Victor's a brilliant guitarist, he's come a long way, and if you listen to his guitar playing you'll understand why. Now, Mind Odyssey were a brilliant band. You know, they did some really good albums, kind of Judas Priest style vocals, some really good melodic power metal. But a fantastic band. So if you need to hear Victor's first band, they're called Mind Odyssey, check them out. Now, Victor has done 4 solo albums so far. His first album was released in 1996. It was called Destiny. This was followed by The Heretic in 2000, Majesty and Passion 2004, and the new album, like I said, Force Guitar, has just been released on Massacre Records. Now, in 1999, Victor joined the power metal band from Germany called Rage, kind of a speed metal, power metal band, and his first album with the band was called Ghosts. That was released in 1999. He's done so many great albums with this band. He stayed in the band up until about 2013, with 2 albums cut with a band called LMO, which is pretty much Rage with an orchestra. So if you've got those albums, or you managed to see the band live in Europe at some festivals, you saw a great show and heard some good music. Now, as a guitar player, Victor is one hell of a guitar player, as you may know. And if you've seen that live DVD that the band put out called From the Cradle to the Stage, it is absolutely fantastic. There's a song in there which is just an instrumental, but he does a guitar solo halfway through it. What a fantastic guitar solo. This guy properly shreds. And if you haven't seen it, you really need to check out. I'm going to try putting a link at the end of this review so you can just check out the guitar solo. Absolutely fantastic. One of the best guitarists and certainly underrated. So if I have to compare Victor's guitar style, I'd say it's a cross between Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, John Petrucci and Tony McAlpine. There's 4 fantastic guitarists there. So you've got Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, John Petrucci and Tony McAlpine. If you mix all those together, you get Victor Smolski's guitar sound. Absolutely brilliant. So the new album, Guitar Force, comes with 10 songs. We've got the all instrumentals. We've got Guitar Force, the opening track. Then we have Bought and Sold. We have World of Inspiration, Darkness, Self-Blinded Eyes, Selfishness. We have Chapter 3, Bonjour, Suite number 2, Majet number 2, and the last song is called Unity, which is an old song by Rage. This album was also produced by Victor, who's done a brilliant job. He's had a lot of experience working with bands, so he knows exactly what he's doing. It's a nice, solid production. This album also features various musicians as guests, so I'm going to talk you through them. So we've got Tim Aresht from the band Almac, that's another band that Victor did, with David Riemann from Pink Cream 69. We also have PV from Rage on this album. We have Arman Alec on bass. We have Jorgen Schultz on bass guitar. We have Frank It on bass. We also have Kevin Knott on drums. Michael Carr on drums. We have Dirk Zimmerman on drums, who used to be with the band Freedom Call. We also have Anik Garcia on piano. We also have Marcus Demi on guitar. And we also have Vincent Smolski on keyboards and guitars. So there's some really good musicians on this album. And Victor's done a really good job, like I said. Now, me personally, I'm not a big fan of instrumental albums. I prefer albums that have vocals, but I have to say this is a really good album. It's a really thought out playing here. Like I said, the 4 musicians that I've told you about, guitarists, all blend into Victor's playing. Title track, Guitar Force, is fantastic. It's definitely got a vibe of Tony McAlpine in here. And if you listen to it, you'll know why. Maybe a little bit of Marty Freeman, but it's a brilliant song. It's the title track. It's called Guitar Force. It's heavy, melodic, but got some fantastic playing. Second song, Bought and Sold, is a really cool song. It's got that Tony McAlpine vibe, but it's also got a bit of Joe Satriani as well. And if I listen to this song, it's got some really heavy parts and so some melodic parts. It's just a shame this album doesn't have any singing, because this would be a fantastic album, even more so as an instrumental. Next song is called World of Inspiration. I think this is the best song on the album. It's got a George Lynch vibe to it. It's got Tony McAlpine and Joe Satriani. It's a really well thought out song. It's not that heavy in places. It's really kind of laid back, but it's got some really good vibe to it. Really thought out song. Great instrumental indeed. Self Blind Eyes is another song in this album. This kind of reminds me of Mind Odyssey without the vocals. Takes me back to the good old days, and if you've got those albums, you'll understand what I mean. They're great albums. The playing on there by Victor is fantastic, and this, like I said, shines through. It's very much like Mind Odyssey, but like an instrumental version. Really, really good song. Maybe a hit of range in there as well. So this album isn't all heavy. There's some great melodic hard rock parts in here as well. Some beautiful playing, some fantastic musicians playing as guests. It's a fantastic album. I'm going to take it for what it is. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. If you like your instrumental albums, you're probably going to give it 5 out of 5. So it's a really good album. Good luck, Victor. There's an interview coming with him shortly, so check it out, metalheads. Thanks for watching. Be safe.